Honestly, reaction low to that? Yeah, sure. Okay. Talk to me.
Wile Coyote, the fastest and furriestest of the Looney Tunes.
Tomcat, the powerhouse pussycat from Tom and Jerry.
The fans voted for it and we're here to deliver.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Jesus.
In tales told over a shimmering campfire by the tribes people of North America, there was no figure so cunning, so bold as Coyote. To the Miwok, he was a Prometheus who stole fire from the heavens to give to humanity. To the Smuck, he was a foolish trickster who could die and return to life.
And to the Brothers Warner, he's just a poor dumb schmuck who can't
To the
catch a
Brothers
break.
Warner.
The great Coyote stalks the American Southwest.
Yo! Holy shit, dude. His species chart looks like PT333's comments on Apothecary Diaries. Dude, that is insane. Carnivorous, vulgarous, roadrunners, digestius, Edabusa anytiminus, Famius, famicius, Edabus among almost anythingus, Edus Burtus, Famish, fuck. Suffering succotash. I'm out of here, dude.
Hunting his indefatigable prey.
Poor Scnoose? What is this? Canis Nervous Rex? Hungerless Flea Bagus? That's insane. Overconfident Vulgary? Nemesis Ridiculi? Oh my god. Doggus? Dognius? Ignorami? Oh fuck, that's crazy. Okay.
The Roadrunner. And this modern Wile
Let's down, bro.
Coyote is driven by a ruthless entrepreneurial spirit.
Yeah, and it drove him straight off a cliff. He'll chase that bird-shaped happily ever after to his own inevitable undoing. Such is the lot of the common man.
You might not expect it from an anthropomorphic canine Job, but Wile was born the son of world-famous hunter Cage E. Coyote. His father raised him from infancy
Really?
to hound his avian adversary, and forbade him to speak until he tasted victory. On the face, an easy task. Coyotes are incredibly adaptable predators, capable of hunting in both rural and urban environments.
Hold on. That's why he can't speak? Because his dad told him you can't speak until you actually taste the victory. And he's trying to get Meep Meep or the Roadrunner, and he's like failing constantly.
Those are speedy little demons. They can sprint at up to 43 miles per hour. Though that's cold comfort when that blue meeping bastard can make beams of light look stone still, or outrun a car that was moving fast enough to travel through time.
Frankly, it's incredible that Wile managed.
All right. I love these feats already. Making a beam of light look still.
Miles per hour. Though that's cold
This is all Luffy shit right here.
comfort when that blue meeping bastard can make beams of light look stone still, or outrun a car that was moving fast enough to travel through time.
Frankly, it's incredible that Wile manages to consistently keep up with his prey at all, but he does.
No, really, it's actually stated that only a quote.
It's about here that Roadrunner puts on a tiny little extra burst of speed.
Tiny little extra burst of speed separates the Coyote and the Roadrunner. Heck, Bugs Bunny himself needed to take
Bugs once manually filled the Grand Canyon with normal shovel within seconds. A feat over fucking 557,000 times faster than light, dude. They calculated how much it would take to fill the Grand Canyon in an instant.
super speed supplements in order to move fast enough to outrun Wile.
But almost as fast isn't fast enough. Fortunately, Wile's got an endless assortment of gadgets, gizmos, and reams of blueprints to make up the difference.
He's got your
my
classics
God.
like Dynamite.
Is that the Keystone
An
Pipeline?
endless assortment of gadgets, gizmos, and reams of blueprints to make
Pull out Keystone, never mind.
up the difference.
He's got
I thought I mentioned the Keystone Pipeline and all that.
your classics like Dynamite.
Nah, conventional weaponry, explosive firearms, bow and arrows, cannons, harpoons, slingshots, crossbows, catapults, grappling hooks, club, laser gun, katana. I've never seen that before. Well, I don't know what the hell is a batarangs, heat-seeking missiles, chainsaw, flamethrower, net gun, blasting powder, etc. Tools: magic paint rope, giant magnets, quick drying cement, glue, grease, tar, 108 volt electromagnet. Okay, I'm gonna read all this, bro. Special equipment though: decoy, dehydrated boulders. What the fuck? Disintegrated pistol. integrating pistol, invisibility paint, magnetism gun, mecha coyote, sleeping gas, lightning bolts, book of magic. All right, let's cook.
And spring-loaded boxing gloves, along with heavier artillery like heat-seeking missiles,
Bro, I'm waiting for it. I'm still waiting for this one, bro.
10 billion volt electromagnet, and a friggin' trebuchet, a Reddit favorite.
Many of which he invented himself and uses in excruciatingly detailed schemes that inevitably go awry. Despite being a self-described super genius, Wile has an officially measured IQ of 3.
That's the same IQ as a cactus.
Okay, the test results were fake, but he's still an idiot.
So why not let a soulless corporation do the hard work for him?
Acme sells any product that you can imagine, and Wile is their most devoted customer, contributing up to 99% of its multi-billion-dollar revenue.
Thanks for the inherent pops. Oh, don't worry, I'm spending it all in one place.
He's got an Acme Book of Magic, Acme Clonomatic, Acme Death Ray, Acme City in a Box, Acme Universal Remote, which can pause, fast forward, and rewind a person through.
How is he not catching the Roadrunner when he has a universal remote?
Time.
Too bad half the stuff Wile uses is intentionally sabotaged because Acme's board of directors is exclusively Roadrunners. My man.
Cooked!
Intentionally sabotaged because Acme's board of directors is.
Well, we're satisfied. We're satisfied. We're satisfied. We're satisfied. We run the show, nigga. What's up?
Exclusively Roadrunners. My man cannot catch a break, but he sure can take some punishment.
Rain, make it rain, girl, make it.
That only a, quote, tiny little extra burst of speed separates the Coyote and the Roadrunner. Heck, Bugs Bunny himself needed to take super speed supplements in order to move fast enough to outrun Wile.
But almost as fast isn't fast enough. Fortunately, Wile's got an endless assortment of gadgets, gizmos, and reams of blue remote, which can pause, fast forward, and rewind a person through time.
Too bad half the stuff
Nanimo
Wile uses is
Nagata.
intentionally sabotaged because Acme's board of directors is exclusively Roadrunners. My man cannot catch a break, but he sure can take some punishment.
No matter the severity of his failures, Wile is still a tune and can bounce back from just about anything.
He's been sliced, stabbed, squashed, exploded, melted, blasted into a constellation, and overall verbed.
Generation, shape-shifting, all the Toon Force. Basically, Toon Force.
For the last 87 years straight, without ever actually dying. He once got fully disintegrated into ash and popped back up like it was nothing.
Similar to the immortal Coyote of Sewetmuk legend.
He's also shattered the fourth wall tons of times and even left the comic page entirely to catch
And the cartoon for a hint.
Believe it or not.
Wait, he left the page?
And even left the comic page entirely to catch the Roadrunner.
Good.
Yeah, so close.
Believe it or not, there is actually a biological reason for these abilities. Looney DNA. Every toon's got it, not just the loony ones. And it's what lets them survive fatal damage up to being fully erased off the page, essentially dictating their personal slice of reality to whatever is funny.
Like how gravity only affects the Coyote when he looks down.
Toons are immune to the laws of physics as we know them.
That's why Wile developed a counter to this immortality, the Looney DNA Dissolver, which leaves Toons vulnerable to fatal wounds the same way we are. Yet again, so close. You can't say he hasn't tried everything.
It was Wile's experience as a veteran toon.
He turned off the Toon Force? What?
The Looney DNA.
That's gonna be actually pivotal as fuck. That would actually kill. That could kill Courage. Oh shit.
Dissolver, which leaves Toons vulnerable to fatal wounds the
She's dead.
same way we are. Yet again, so close. You can't say he hasn't tried everything.
It was Wile's experience as a veteran toon that landed him a job at Acme University as department chair of the School of Hard Knocks, teaching up-and-coming tiny toons how to use their abilities.
Okay, so Naruto.
And just like Naruto's jutsu, Toon Force works like an actual power system, with more experienced toons like Wile who are more powerful than their younger counterparts.
Really?
And that
Makes sense.
An actual power system, with more experienced toons like Wile who are more powerful than their younger counterparts.
And that means Wile should be capable of replicating feats and abilities performed by any other Looney Tune.
Okay, slow down. Slow down. Slow down.
Like
Relax.
traveling between different mediums or altering the plot of the cartoon he's in.
And my favorite was the time Plucky Duck used Marvin the Martian's matter transmogrifier to suck up the entire universe.
And then suck up the animator animating his universe.
And
How?
then suck up the animator's universe for good measure.
Wile's got a cushy 10-year job teaching that stuff. Impressive for an abject failure at his life mission. He's helped stop
Blew up the sun, grew to the size of a planet, turned the constellation twice, survived an impact the size of North America, withstood smashing a portion of the moon, matched the Roadrunner's immeasurable speed, scored on the Monstars and Don Cheadle. That's actually a giga feat right there. You score on the Monstars? That's true. Hunted Roadrunner, Bugs Bunny, Marvin the Martian, Energizer Bunny, Gecko.
A meteor from destroying Earth, beat the Monstars in basketball, and even, whoa, snap, caught the Roadrunner! Oh, wait, never mind, so damn close!
According to 1977's Tweety and Sylvester issue 67, Wile E. Coyote has attempted to catch the Roadrunner 4,776,842 times. Scaling to the present, that's over 10 million failures.
That takes dedication, or maybe self-destructive stubbornness, too blinded by bird lust to see the forest for the trees.
But Acme's intentional malfunctions and Coyote's recklessness don't account for all of his catastrophes. There's something else, something grander, otherworldly, standing in the way of our furry friend's salvation.
Wiz, there's no other way to say it. God is just plain out to get this guy.
And by God, we mean the closest thing that exists for Coyote and Roadrunner. Chuck Jones.
The guy that created him and helped forge the Looney Tunes into how we know him today.
Originally meant to be a parody of earlier chase cartoons like, well, Tom and Jerry, Jones established several rules for their animated shorts that superseded Coyote's reality warping tune abilities.
Rules that cover his obsession, faulty products, and the fact that no outside force, not even the Roadrunner, is to blame for his defeat. Just him.
While other creatives have altered this formula in the decades since Jones's departure, these rules have effectively made the Coyote's defeats cosmically ordained.
God nerfed Wile E. Coyote. In all our
So he's gonna lose no matter what then.
years making death battle, we have never seen a handicap like that.
But what else can you expect from our fanatical furry
Bro, that's crazy.
feats cosmically ordained?
God nerfed Wile E. Coyote. In all our years making death battle, we have never.
Let's read the rules. How many rules are there? Okay, guys, fuck you. Here comes any reading. The Roadrunner cannot harm the Coyote except by going meep. No outside force can harm the Coyote, only his own ineptitude or the failure of Acme products. 3. The Coyote could stop any time if it were not a fanatic. Repeat. A fanatic is one who redoubles his efforts when he has forgotten his aim. George Santayana, sure. 4. No dialogue ever except meep. 5. The Roadrunner must stay on the road. Otherwise, logically, he would not be called Roadrunner. Fair enough. 6. All action must be confined to natural environment of the two characters, the Southwest American desert. 7. All material tools, weapons, or mechanical conveniences must be obtained from the Acme Corporation. 8. Whenever possible, make gravity the Coyote's greatest enemy. Damn. 9. The Coyote is always more humiliated than harmed by his failures.
Warping tune abilities.
Rules that cover his obsession, faulty products, and the fact that no outside force, not even the Roadrunner, is to blame for his defeat. Just him.
While other creatives have altered this formula in the decades since Jones's departure, these rules have effectively made the Coyote's defeats cosmically ordained.
God nerfed Wile E. Coyote. In all our years making death battle, we have never seen a handicap like that.
But what else can you expect from our fanatical furry failson? He's the Sultan of Slapstick, the CEO of Second Place, the swing and a miss superstar. As long as he picks himself back up and dusts off the ashes, that'll never be all, folks, for Wile E. Coyote.
God damn, son. Gravity, you say?
The year was 1939. War raged in Europe between the British Tommies and the German Jerrys. As the beleaguered English
The British Tommies and the German Jerry. So Jerry is definitely a bad
made
guy.
their miraculous escape from the German encirclement off the coast of Dunkirk, one might have called the battle a game of cat and mouse.
Oh wow, is that actually where their names come from? I'm looking this up.
Regardless of their names' origin, William Hanna and Joseph
Okay, species is hella simple. It's not here though. Just breed. British short hair. Easy.
Barbera's infamous cat and mouse duo became the undisputed kings of slapstick comedy.
The formula is simple, and we all know it. Tomcat chases Jerry Mouse around the house. Brutal, bone-shaking. I felt that in my balls. Violence ensues.
Oh!
And Tom is reprimanded by Mammy Two Shoes.
Quiz, let's...
Oh shit, not Mammy
In my
Two
balls,
Shoes.
violence ensues, and Tom is reprimanded by Mammy Two Shoes.
Oh no, dude. Not Mammy. Fuck, bro. Ah. Racial issues. Across the Tom and Jerry history, Tom has been under various household owners. As such, these owners can be used to identify the era of the cartoons.
Who is, let's say, very much from the 1940s.
Very much from 1940s.
And if you're like me, all you wanted to see was Tom wipe that smug
Inspired a Chernobyl pirate. Who was that for? Tom or Jerry? Oh, Tom.
smirk off that little rat.
Oh, actually, was that there? Let me see this. Oh, true. Well, at least the Gear 5. Yes, inspired a Chernobyl pirate. True. Yeah, Gear 5 is actually based around Tom. Yes, because Oda likes Tom more than Jerry. True. This is actually big facts.
From the 1940s.
And if you're like me, all you wanted to see was Tom wipe that smug smirk off that little rat's face. Despite my well-documented hatred of cats, even I've got to cringe at years of propaganda to convince us to side with the filthy, flea-ridden rodent over man's second best friend. Oh, big yawn.
House cats like Tom are actually some of Earth's most successful predators. They can run up to 30 miles per hour, leap 6 feet high, and despite being commonly perceived as nocturnal, they're actually crepuscular and hunt in the dawn and evening.
Tom specifically is a
Crepuscular.
British
Oh.
shorthair. They're strong, stocky Roman cats bred to withstand harsh conditions. And for Tom, harsh conditions is an understatement.
Tom has collected a crazy assortment of weapons in his war against mousekind. Sure, most of it is the stuff you can find around the average American household, like baseball bats, lead pipes, and...
And guns, lots and lots of guns. But he's got wackier
Wood, clubs. It just says wood. Clubs, saws, hammers, mallets, spoons, beams, fishing poles, etc. Magic wand and a book of spells. Cut both ways. Vehicles. Cat car. Cat jet. Robocat. Remote control rocket. Biplane for some reason. Car. Truck. Motorboat, etc. Apparel. Knight armor. Rocket boots. Spacesuit. Flying suit. Jetpack. Any disguise he wants.
things like a magic wand, a robocat, vanishing cream, and a smart cap that gives him all the
Vanishing
knowledge in the world.
I'm partial to the Sword of Light and Dark, which severs you from your own shadow.
What? Holy fuck!
Gives him all the knowledge in the world.
I'm partial to the Sword of Light and Dark.
The Sword of Light and Dark is
Which severs
crazy!
you from your own shadow.
Holy fuck!
Or the Rewind Remote, which can move your victim backwards through time.
And you can't forget the cat car and cat jet, spelled with K's, of course, but just the cat part.
Tom's arsenal is heavily improvisational, which fits his quick thinking in fights over Thanksgiving turkey. Though he often loses his bouts with Jerry, it's not usually because he's dumb or incompetent. Rather, he's just genuinely outplayed.
And even in defeat, he's one tough son of a gun. He's been crushed, blown up, had every bone in his body broken, shattered, melted, and vaporized to dust, and survived.
Well, mostly. Tom actually has kicked the bucket multiple times, but little known cat fact, he has 9 lives, as established in the episode Heavenly Puss.
Oh. Wiz was conducting some different kind of research when he's done
Hell yeah.
episode.
Very funny. Even if Tom starts to use his lives up, he has a potion that just restores them.
Or he
Holy fuck, dude! Yo, Puss in Boots had to go through a whole ass movie to try and get his lives back. He just has a potion?
Very funny. Even if Tom starts to use his lives up, he has a potion that just restores them.
Or he can
So he just doesn't die. So he does die, but he doesn't die. So you've lost all your lives, Tom.
physically go get them back from hell. Where all cats go.
He actually can get them back from hell? There you go. That's the shit right there. That's that Luffy right there. Hammer space, elasticity, physics, exemption, obviously, shapeshifting, regeneration, cloning, teleportation, fourth wall awareness and manipulation, levitation and flight, elimination, elemental manipulation, extreme temperature resistance, whole movement. Or like taking a whole moving it, like, okay, yeah. Imagination, actualization, non-corporeal interactivity, sentient art, sure, soul soaring, reality warping, 9 lives, dimensional travel, and many more.
Extremely hardcore Fortune, but there isn't much of a limit to what Tom can do. He can clone himself, levitate in the air, make his imagination real, and even break the fourth wall and enter the real world.
Yeah, if you only watch the classic cartoons from the 40s, you may be in for a shock. Tom and Jerry gets buck wild, much like the actual inspirations for their names. Thank you, Google.
Oh, you're still on this?
Toy Whiz. They were actually named after the 2 characters in Pierce Egan's delightful life in London, Jerry Hawthorne and Corinthian Tom. It was adapted to the stage with the title Tom and Jerry, which later became a catch-all term in 1800s England for young, drunken rabble-rousers.
One could, in fact, say that many rabbles were roused the times Tom destroyed a planet-busting
Lifted the sun, obliterated a planet-busting asteroid, ruined several countries with his vehicles, dodged light and lasers, ran past 2 exosystems. How the fuck did he run Bombast 2 exosystem. I can't, dude. What do you mean? Launched into space by an explosion. Took Jerry's punishment for over 80 years. Defeated Jerry, Bush, Drippy, and what the fuck? The Abyss.
Asteroid lifted up the sun and was blown up.
Yo!
Tom destroyed a planet-busting asteroid. Lifted up the.
This nigga ran from the ocean and lifted up the sun.
Could, in fact, say that many rabbles were roused the times Tom destroyed a planet-busting asteroid. Lifted.
This nigga was in the wait. Hold up. He was in the water.
Lifted up the.
Holy shit.
Sun and was blown up into a constellation, and he was just fine. Just a bunch of stars now, but he's okay.
He tanked an explosion that launched him through time to the Stone Age and has run through space at massively faster than light speeds.
That shouldn't be a surprise when he and Jerry have been at each other's throats for over 80 years now. But what may surprise you is the fact that at the end of the day, they're actually friends.
Tom scales to Screwy Squirrel and Droppy having defeated them in Tom and Jerry, the Magic Ring. Okay. Droppy was superior to the criminal that outran the animation reel strip. Sure. Tom looking hella bulk. Screwy Squirrel was fast enough to be in two places at once mid-combat. Love it.
And they've worked together tons of times to save the day, like when they helped a little orphan girl, Robin Starling, find her way home. Oh, that's a nice end to their story.
Don't you believe it? Now is when we have to talk about Tom and Jerry Chase. Long ago, the warrior god, Lord of Sichuan, Erlong Shen, battled the tricksy and indomitable Mouse King atop Peach Mountain, leading the goddess Celeste to declare the two the
Erlong and Wukong? Are you serious? No, we're not doing this, are we?
Long ago.
We're not doing Erlang and Wukong. We're not doing that.
Warrior god.
He has Erlang Spear.
Lord of Sichuan.
Oh my god, we're not actually doing this.
Erlong Shen.
No. Is this a promo for an ad?
Battled the tricksy and indomitable Mouse King atop Peach Mountain, leading the goddess Celeste to declare the two the strongest warriors in the realm. And they were, in fact, Tom and Jerry. They were even stronger than Devil Tom, who repelled corruption by the darkness. In fact, Tom and Jerry. They were even stronger than
Devil, what the fuck? It's just all Japanese. Devil Tom used all his strength to build a protective barrier for the Abyss, but ended up sealed by the...
Devil Tom, who repelled corruption by the darkness. This mysterious, malevolent force threatened to consume the Tree of Life, whose branches encompass all of time and space.
What the fuck is Tom and Jerry Chase? What? Dragon Knight? Stunned by the scene in front of him, he stutters and asks, "Wise man, is this the legendary Tree of Life?" Fairy Godmother, yes. This is the Tree of Life. Each of the galaxies above is a small independent world. They rely on the power of the Tree of Life to build their own laws of the world and can also what the fuck? And can also communicate and exchange between multiple worlds through the power of the Tree of Life. What the fuck? Okay, Japan or China,
these warriors
Asian countries
to dispel the darkness and save the universe.
What the fuck?
Well, it may sound completely
yeah, what the fuck was that?
insane, but it's all of time and space. Banding together, these warriors use the star element to dispel the darkness and save the universe.
What the fuck?
Well, it may sound completely insane. It is. Chase is a Chinese mobile gacha game whose lore is not entirely in keeping with the spirit of the source material. However, it is officially licensed by Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment, which means we have
What the fuck?
to include it in our research.
So that the gods may grant us mere mortals some heavenly push.
No!
Friendly rivalry aside, though, Tom has actually managed to catch the little rat fair and square a few times.
By my count of the original shorts, 19 times.
I could watch him on repeat forever. Too bad he's still a filthy feline. The only kitty I truly respect is named after booze.
Well then, you're in luck, because the Tom and Jerry of English literature later became the namesake for a famous Christmas cocktail.
Because there's no better way to get absolutely trashed than with good old Tom and Jerry.
Fuck me, bro.
Guess what? Death Battle has merch now.
That's right, Boomstick, and you can pick some up.
I feel like Wile Coyote is gonna get nerfed because he always gonna lose his own shit anyway, but we'll have to
At
see.
the top, we've got
Time Game Over Tee, which won't be available much longer, so if you want it,
help support independent.
GG and pick the piece of Death Battle swag that's
If Tom kills Jerry, that's fine, but I don't care about that. I want to see death battle. Oh,
It's time for a death battle!
death battle! Okay, let's go. Dun, 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 Okay. Mu assholes, yes. Fellas, cat. Canis Smuckers, let's go. Nice roll. Oh.
Come on, you apes! You want to live forever!
Actually worked. Invisibility. Fat lady. What the fuck? Wait, was that in their own house? The house though? All of his lives. Just one. Potion. Yeah, definitely. Tony! And he makes a truck! He runs into it again, dude! And he paints a truck behind him! Oh, fuck, it's a truck! Ah, they leave the video! Hold on, let's talk about. Omni-Man versus Homelander debunked. They got a sense of humor. Jerry's dead. Oh, Tom. Oh. Yep, he wins.
Wile E. Coyote, super genius.
Oh, thank
Yeah, I had a feeling that was the case. Because he couldn't be killed. That's the thing. Wile E. Coyote can't be killed. Like, literally. Even though Tom could go back to hell and get his lives back, he still dies in the process. So...
Thank God one of them actually died this time. I mean, no, animal
Courage versus Scooby-Doo was some shit, bro. Oh, what's some
cruelty.
shit?
No.
Considering coyotes eat cats, I'm not surprised.
While both Cat and Coyote were incredibly powerful, they weren't literal gods who could snap their problems away. They had limitations and weaknesses that could be exploited, especially by each other. Let's first talk their stats.
Both were strong enough to contend with universe-threatening phenomena, but comparing Wile E to Plucky Duck, Looney Tunes can not only destroy their own universe, but their animators as well.
And while Tom could move faster
True.
than light, Wile E could keep up with the Roadrunner, who could outspeed a car fast enough to travel through time. That's immeasurably fast, and much faster than Tom. Wile E gets the edge in stats.
Wile E's arsenal was a bit better too, believe it or not, even eliminating the devices that have been shown to malfunction.
What do you mean? Of course, because he gets all the Acme shit.
Still countered everything Tom had.
The biggest being the Looney DNA Dissolver, which could render Tom's cartoony healing factor moot and end the
Oh, true. And then the fight, actually, yeah. He negated Looney. He negated Toon Force.
While Tom has never been shown to have Looney DNA specifically, the concept clearly has.
Oh yeah, let's assume that he has a concept though. The Looney DNA dissolver can suppress regeneration greater than Tom's that functions similar to this. The Warner Brothers Twitter account has even stated that Tom and Jerry meet the criteria for being Looney and Toony, such as that they would be vulnerable. Damn. What the fuck, Twitter account? Okay.
Nothing to do with actual DNA molecules.
Looney Tunes have been erased completely and still returned, so it's clearly something more fundamental to their essence.
And since the dissolver works on any tunes, not just the Looney ones, it should apply to Tom. But considering how much of a screw-up Wile is, it wasn't a sure bet. Hell, it could have backfired, especially considering how much more competent Tom is.
When it came to intelligence, Wile's engineering and scheming genius were often defeated by his own ego and stubbornness. Tom, on the other hand, was consistently more flexible, pragmatic, and victorious in his fights. He definitely gets the edge there.
Oh, and Tom has one other big advantage. He doesn't have God nerfing him.
And that's the big question. Was Tom capable enough to benefit from Wile's narrative-enforced bad luck and see the DNA dissolver backfire against him?
That bad luck is a core part of Wile's character as a cartoon. So let's call it his, toonliness.
To find the answer, we dug deep through the bowels of Looney Tunes lore and ended up in an unexpected place. Space Jam.
Where Wile yet again failed.
Everybody get up. It's time to slam now. We got a real jam going now. Welcome to the Space Jam. How does Space Jam defeat Tom and give Wile the W? Talk to me.
Fails against the Roadrunner, but against the villains of the movie, the Monstars, he actually scores.
And scores again in the sequel, more than anyone else. But according to Chuck Jones's rules, that shouldn't happen, right?
Throughout his entire history, Wile's cosmically ordained failures only occur when he's specifically chasing the Roadrunner, or other tunes the plot bends around like bugs, because that's what Chuck Jones's rules were written for, Coyote and Roadrunner cartoons.
And even then, looking closely, they've been broken a few times throughout the decades, even during Chuck Jones's tenure.
Without the universe nerfing him, there's no reason to think
Why is Wile Coyote looking like that? God damn, son. When he got the Roadrunner in his clutches, nigga was different, dude. Brother, what the fuck is that? Yep.
Wile couldn't eventually land a hit with the Looney DNA dissolver.
Especially when the only reason it failed was because of the Roadrunner's intervention, a direct violation of Chuck Jones's limitations on the Coyote.
And especially when it's the only thing that either one had that could kill the other.
Despite lacking Wile's narrative impediments, and despite having a better track record overall, Tom ultimately had no surefire way to kill Wile, whereas Wile's superior strength, speed, and looting arsenal ensured his victory.
Wile gave one hell of a chase and left Tom Jones in for a rematch.
The winner is Wile Coyote.
Next time on Death.
That's right. That's the thing. Ultimately, it boils down to that. Tom can be killed, at least temporarily, but it's still a victory in the grand scheme of things. Whereas you don't kill Wile. Period. Even if you turn off, I guess if you turn off the tooniness, I guess maybe you can't still be killed because he just Wile. He just built different.
Battle.
A Spider-Man. What?
Subscribe and join as a member to see more Death Battle.
Wait, what?
A rematch.
The winner is Wile Coyote.
Next time on Death Battle.
Miles versus Deku? You can't watch the next GB until next year, Cole? Probably.
Subscribe and join as a member to see more Death Battle.
Miles versus Deku. What, heroes that protect the cul-de-sac? Okay, shit. Who did Shigaraki fought against Mahito, right? And then All Might fought against my guy and lost. I watched Shigaraki versus Mahito one because I don't get spoiled on My Hero ending. Okay, all right. Another one that I have to spoil from. Yeah. I'm gonna have to wait on that one. I'm gonna have to wait. But that's okay. I'll watch one after that one, probably. But I enjoyed the fuck out of Wild Coyote versus I enjoyed this one a lot between Wile versus Tom and Jerry. That was good. That was really good. That was really good. Really, really good. I liked it a lot. I liked it a lot. And honestly, I feel like in part 2, it's kind of spoiled some One Piece activity in the future, which I'm cool with that. All right, because that's fun as hell. That was fun. Okay. All right, next. Fucking ass. So, what is this? This is fantastic. No. The Gaslight District. This is the latest of the pilot episodes that Glitch has done. Okay, let me see what this is about. Yeah, bro, that was fun. No. I'm still having versus Deku versus Mao. What? Wait, was this a recent conversation and doing from a tweet? Let me see this. Hold up. I'm still laughing about the Deku versus Mile death battle because genuinely, what the fuck is Miles' Venom sword doing against this? When that fight against Dark Knight, yeah. And then he kicked him into that big ass statue of All Might. Yeah, double drop kicked him into that shit. Double drop. The cubes are everywhere. I don't know what this shit's supposed to be anyway. No one knows what those are, but whatever, that doesn't matter. It's cool as fuck. Yeah. And then that pop at the back. Yeah. And then his powers go away, then boom. Actually, I wonder if they're attributing this to Deku too. Because it's not Deku that did that shit. It's Deku kicking that guy into the structure. Deku didn't destroy it. He just be the guy that was maintaining it. But that being said, it does the cool shit. Listen, but here's the thing. It's comics. So if you're doing Miles Morales, he's gonna have some busted bullshit. You know how it's gonna be. Like, very seldomly do you see comic guys lose anime guys, because the comic guys always have some variation of the character in a composite that, oh, by the way, this version of Miles like fought against fought against Doom like 1v1 for 3 hours in accelerated hyper subspace. Like there's always something, bro. It's like, okay, sure. What? Okay, King. You go. Yeah, you go, champ. You go. Or this version of Miles actually was able to mentally overcome the Phoenix Force for like a brief window of time, thereby showing he has the mental fortitude beyond a psychic. I'm like, okay, sure, whatever. They said Spider-Man, bro, I mean, they show a picture of Miles, so I'm assuming it's Miles. They don't, because, yeah, they show you just Miles Morales. They don't show you, let me see here.
Coyote.
Next time on Death Battle.
That's specifically Miles, i.e. brown skin, and also that spider from the other universe that bit him. Deku. That's Miles' first movie. Deku. Miles.
Subscribe and
Yeah, it's Miles. It's Miles. I'm not saying it's not all Spider-Man. This is Spider-Man, but it's Miles. Specifically, it's Miles Morales. Look, I'm gonna tell you, Miles is gonna win, bro. I'm gonna tell you, Miles is gonna win. That's a nice ass fucking. Ooh, I fuck with that. Yeah, there's gonna be a version of Miles that's gonna have some sort of crazy giga what the hell form, and then it's gonna be busted. I promise you that. I promise you. Okay, since watch episodes 2, let me go in this form real quick. Yeah, okay. Wrong drip, but I like it though.